it's Sapphire Guru. I finally got my hands on Hogwarts Legacy. I am so excited, so do not forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get started. I quickly created an avatar based on my YouTube profile picture and then met a creepy man in an equally as creepy alleyway. He introduced me to his perverted looking friend, Mr. Oscric from the Ministry of Magic, and then led me, or forced me, into a carriage. If this isn't considered kidnapping, I don't know what is. After we got into the creepy flying carriage, they tried to pry all of my belongings off of me, but fortunately a dragon came and saved the day. Unfortunately, I went on an unexpected skydiving trip and ended up incredibly injured. Mr. Creepypants, aka Professor Fig, offered me a strange green liquid that I drank out of desperation and then tried to push me off the side of a cliff.
How far did that Portkey take us?
Farther from London than the carriage travelled. We're somewhere in the Scottish Highlands.
Sir, those ruins, do you
The
think...
Portkey was meant to lead us there. I do. This has not been the day either of us expected. But Miriam sent that Portkey to George for a reason. And I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to.
This is foreshadowing my death as well. I just know it. Anyway, I decided to follow Professor Fig along the cliffside to spite him, but we ran into a problem. Ice.
It's not cold enough here. It appears to be a sort of enchantment.
Shut up, it's ice, you old buffoon. Because Mr. Fig's actually a super weak wizard, I used my spellcasting prowess to break the ice. Which is ice, Mr. Fig. Then we continued along the path until we found another cliff.
Reparo!
Well, that's taken care of. Anyway, we decided to sneak into some old dude's house, which was definitely a fixer-upper to say the least. And after a bit of snooping, I found a lot more ice. That green liquid that Mr. Fig gave me had to have had a lot of hallucinogens or something in it, because I hallucinated Gringotts Wizarding Bank in the ice. And apparently I was so high, I was able to take us there. We woke up a poor sleeping goblin who insisted on taking us to the super dizzying roller coaster, bringing us to vault number 12.
How many vaults are there in Gringotts?
Hundreds. In fact, you'll see quite a few on our way to vault number 12. As we speak, we're just beneath the main lobby. The vaults you see now are the newest.
Are private entrances to the bank common at Gringotts?
They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have arranged for such a service. You'll want to take a breath.
A what? That waterfall washes away all enchantments. It's a security measure.
Experienced the thief's downfall before, have you?
Heard of it?
These are the lower vaults that we're passing now.
How deep are we going?
Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was founded over 4 centuries ago. It resides in the deepest part of the bank. Settle in. We've quite a distance to go.
On the way there, we met the Gandalf of Goblins, who fortunately let us pass and go on our merry way. Anyway, we got to the vault, and the nice goblin we woke up locked us inside, and I found myself in an escape room with someone who tried to murder me twice. Excellent. Mr. Fig taught me the revealing charm, Revelio, which helped me escape through a secret doorway. However, Mr. Fig followed me, so my escape efforts proved futile. Even worse, we ended up in a creepy dark chamber, which was just super. I ended up doing all the work in the riddles, where I matched the reflections of the statues to their respective statues, and then they fought us, which was super uncool of them. Mr. Fig dipped, and I was left on my own. I repeated the steps to find and solve the next puzzle, grabbing galleons along the way because why not? And eventually, I found myself with a vial of suspicious glowing blue liquid, a glorified bucket, and a direct eye contact with Mr. Fig. It ended up being a pensive, and we watched the memory together.
Follow my lead.
All is in place.
The Portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created...
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the ritual wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
Basically, I'm special, and I could see special glowing blue magic. If anything, it's probably the green stuff Mr. Fig gave me a while back. Before I could tell Mr. Fig off, I ran into the main antagonist of the game, who ended up not being Mr. Creepy Pants, but instead a rogue goblin named Ranrock.
I was right. Ranrock. Seems my reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's vault. And why are you here? No need for that. Just give me whatever it is you found here and we can let bygones be bygones.
Sir, they have the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key, and you didn't have it.
I have no patience for traitors. Now, where were we? I'm not giving you anything. Well, perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
In true Hogwarts fashion, Ranrock made a room of all things angry, and it attacked back with an absolutely bonkers knight I could only assume was as tall as the dragon that saved me. Realizing I needed to team up with Mr. Pig as opposed to swear enemyship with him, I hallucinated a way out, using the rest of my green liquid high that he gave me. In all honesty, I was impressed by the game title intro, so here's that cutscene.
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
It can't be. It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here. Come. We have a sorting ceremony to get to. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony? Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough! Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to meeting my professors and learning all I can at Hogwarts.
Indeed. Hogwarts has much to offer a dedicated student. And what you learn in class will prepare you for challenges outside the classroom as well. You're clever indeed. You have the ability to reflect clearly on that which puzzles others. And you've a ready mind, quick to learn. Perhaps you belong in Ravenclaw.
Of course I got sorted into Ravenclaw, the House of Blue and Bronze, so I followed Professor Weasley, the deputy headmistress, to my common room, where an eagle had been pinned to the wall, and it gave me a riddle.
Who lived longer? The ghost or the poltergeist?
Okay, wait, let me think. If we're talking about poltergeists and ghosts, and not like what they were before that, then they never really had a life, right? Because like ghosts and poltergeists in themselves are dead. So neither, right? Or am I wrong?
A ghost or a poltergeist? A non-being can never have been.
I knew it! I told you! Take that, you friggin' bird! Anyway, I went into the dorm room and met a bunch of people. I met Everett Clopton, the house prankster.
One moment. Watch this.
Ugh! What is this? Someone threw a dung bomb. Let's get out of here.
That wasn't quite the reaction I wanted. Oh well.
What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters, and you survived a rather harrowing trip here.
I'm glad to be here, ready for classes to start.
Good. Glad to hear it. Truly, there's no reason to be nervous. Most professors are firm but fair. I mean, not all of the tricks I play are as simple as a tossed dung bomb, and I'm still here.
Wait, did you say most professors are firm but fair?
Ha! I did. But probably best I let you judge for yourself. I do tend to push their limits. I should wander off before someone traces that dung bomb back to me. Nice meeting you.
You too, Everett.
Samantha Dale, an herbologist.
Spot. I want him to be in the perfect place. A place he'll be happy with. But I can't seem to find it. Great golden gobstones! I want him to thrive here.
Golden gobstones?
My own little expression. I bought this Dittany seedling from home and I so want him to feel cozy. Dittany is amazing, isn't it? So much healing power in such a little plant. I've a bit of a thing for plants, as you can see. Pleased to meet you. I'm Samantha.
Nice to meet you, Samantha. Is Dittany used in Wiggenweld potion?
It is. Looks like someone's been studying up on their potion making.
Actually, Professor Fig told me about Wiggenweld potion.
Of course. I heard you were studying with him before term. He's an enigma, Fig. Teaches about theory, yet seems to know a lot about practical magic.
Professor Fig does know a great deal about different forms of magic.
Well, I hope he told you about more than Wiggenweld. You've lots to catch up on, I'm sure.
It was nice to meet you, Samantha. Good luck with your Dittany.
Thank you. And good luck to you too on your first day.
And what I believe is the Ravenclaw companion and astrology geek, Amit Dakar.
That is not how that... Why, hello. Would you like to take a look? Can't see too much in the day. Well, except for stars like Sirius, Canopus, Vega, and Arcturus. I'm Amit. Pleasure to have you in Ravenclaw. Never met someone who's been so close to a dragon before.
Can't say I recommend it, frankly. It's nice to meet you, Amit. I take it you like astronomy.
Oh, yes. So much to be learned from the stars. Also, there's something about the open air and night sky above the tower. It's invigorating. You will adore astronomy. Professor Shaw is incredibly knowledgeable.
I hope astronomy's on my schedule. It sounds interesting.
I have good news for you. You are most definitely taking astronomy. It is required for all 5th years. You will be enthralled with the tower. Plus, a quality telescope can show you things you never dreamed of.
I suppose I'll see you in class then.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of class, better get to my first one of the year. Nothing like the smell of fresh parchment, is there? Be seeing you!
I then went to meet up with Professor Weasley, who explained to me how I was mentally stupid, even after that incredible riddle, and how I solved it so perfectly, and how I would need a wizard's field guide to properly learn. After she accused me of this, she began to interrogate me about my journey here, which went a bit like this.
You outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new 5th year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments, Simon. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
I cannot believe that I sided with Professor Fig as opposed to Professor Weasley. But that's okay, because I'm so distraught, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and comment on the video. What is your Hogwarts house? Thank you so much for watching. My name is Sapphire Guru. Be cool. Peace out.